You know that feeling when you've paid for something and thought to yourself, like, this is not really what I signed up for. I invested over $15,000 in a sales program by Cole Gordon, and it was this exact ad that got me to invest. After I invested, I got that same exact feeling. And I want to break down the genius behind the ad, how it works, so you can apply the same principles to your business. So this is the ad.
Give us 7 days and we'll place you with a proven appointment setter or closer inside of your business. And if they don't perform, you don't.
It's the perfect example of talking to the problems your prospects think that they have rather than the ones that you know they have. Really and truly, it's just a fundamental lesson in marketing that once I realized, everything else changed for me. This year alone, I've spent multiple six figures in ad spends adopting the same concept. I've created hundreds of ad campaigns and different funnels in most of the niches you can think of. Agency, real estate, health and fitness, coaching, consulting, for both my clients and myself. One of my clients, Sean, used to make over 100,000 euros in the first month of launching his funnel with the same concepts. I use the same principles in my funnel to scale to 80K. And the same thing with my client Nathia, who was creating content every single day but not really getting leads. To then within 7 days of using it, got 500 new leads in his funnel. And by far, over the 8 years I've been doing this, all of the ads and all of the files that worked the best, that generated the most traffic, leads and revenue, all had this one thing in common: a fundamental change that can make or break your marketing when it comes to generating leads online. And I'll say it again, your ad should focus on solving the problems your clients think that they have rather than the problems you know they have. And if your messaging or your marketing is not attracting your dream clients, this is probably why, and I'm going to show you exactly how to fix it. When I first started selling high-ticket offers online, I thought the key to closing deals was showing prospects how deep my knowledge was, explaining all of their problems, and showing them the root cause of why they're actually not achieving the thing they want to achieve. I created ads, I jumped in sales calls, ready to almost educate them, ready to show them the real reason why they're not getting the results they wanted. And 90% of the calls I had, what my prospects were telling me was, I just need better quality leads to grow my business. If I could only just get more quality leads, then I would change my life. And the thing is, I used to believe that too, but here's the truth. As experts, we know more about our clients' problems than they know about them themselves. And when you think about it, that's why they're coming to you with a problem in the first place. And now most consultants and agency owners will create ads and content explaining and telling the problems that they know they have rather than the burning issues that their prospects wake up thinking about. And as experts, that's really our problem. We know about the root causes of our clients' problems, and we try to speak to them in that language when they don't understand a single word we're saying because that's not the problem they think they have. So in doing so, the ads you create and the content you create gets no clicks because they're totally unaware that the problem you're talking about is a problem that they currently have. My ads used to educate prospects on lead nurturing, sales systems, leadership, on all the things I truly knew that they needed if they wanted to attract higher quality, better clients. And guess what happened? Crickets. Nobody engaged because all they thought they needed was, I just need better clients. Completely unaware about all of the different systems and processes they need to have to be able to attract better clients. But the realization I had was that trying to be smart is the worst mistake you can make in marketing and in your sales. Just because we know too much about our clients' real problems, sometimes we can't help to try educate them. But here's the thing, marketing and sales, especially when it comes to lead generation ads, are not there to educate. The goal is to hook them into your ecosystem, and you can educate them on the back end through your content and once they actually start working with you. Your job is not to solve the problem you know they have. Your job is to speak to the problem that they think they have to get them hooked in. So let me break down an example. Think about it like this. Let's say you are offering sales training. Most business owners state that they just need to hire an amazing closer for their business just so they can get off Salesforce. That will solve all of their problems, right? And how do I know this? Is because that's exactly what I do. But 90% of the time, the real issue is that you don't have the right sales processes, SOPs, sales leadership, onboarding processes, or even how to manage and train a sales rep. Again, that was me, but I was totally unaware that was my problem. Now, the mistake most consultants would make is they would speak to those problems. These are the SOPs you need. This is how to train a sales team. This is how to be a sales leader. But you completely lose the majority of your market who are totally unaware that those are the problems that they need. Instead, what you should be doing is just speaking to the problem, the burning desire that they have going on in their head. Here's an example of a losing ad, which would say, I will help you install proven sales systems and processes so you can become a sales lead and hire a sales team. And a winning ad example would say, I will place you with a proven closer, and if they don't perform, you don't pay. And when you break these both down from the back-end point of view, from a fulfillment point of view, they're both the same problem. In example A, the problem being solved is sales systems and processes. All of the things that anyone would need to have in order to successfully hire a closer. Because without those systems in place, it will never work. But the problem is that most prospects totally unaware of that problem and they don't even know that problem exists yet. But In the second example, the burning desire that most founders have is, I just want to find a closer so I can get off sales calls. Even though on the back end you can fulfill in the same way, that ad's going to get them to click. It's not a matter of trying to cheat someone into actually working with you and then showing them something else on the back end. However, your marketing is a way to get them onto a call or into your ecosystem so you can then further educate them. So let's go back to the call with an example. Here's one of the biggest things in the sales niche. It's been over a year since I invest that he's still running the exact same ad. And I'm using this example because I spent 15K in this program, and it's exactly how he got me to invest in its program. The ad said, we'll place you with a proven setter or closer, and if they don't perform, you don't pay. He knows that the real fix is making sure that people have a validated offer, have enough leads coming in, have enough appointments being booked in, have sales training, have processes, leadership, manage your team, but nowhere in his ad or in his funnel he talks about those things. He solves the problems the prospects think that they have. That burning desire that I had. I just want to get our sales scores. And then, once I was inside the program and I invested, I realized, oh shit, there's a lot more work I need to do to be able to hire a successful closer. And no wonder when I hired a closer in the past, it didn't really work out. It wasn't the closer's fault. It was my fault because I didn't have the right systems. I didn't really need a closer straight away. It was a bunch of shit I had to learn beforehand to be able to hire a closer successfully. And the thing is, I never really felt cheated because I only was able to realize once I committed to actually making it work that I had a lot of skills I needed to learn in order to achieve the things I want to achieve. So here's your move. Listen to your sales codes. Listen to your prospects and write down the exact words they use when they're describing their problems to you. And then what you should do is build out your marketing, your offers, and your headlines all around those specific words and those specific problems. You should draw all of the expert language and systems and processes you have that you know they need to get them to where they want to go, and instead use their language to connect to that problem they think they have. Because people don't buy solutions. They buy relief from the pain they actually think they have.